Some of us are just wired a certain way. We actually feel better ourselves when we're helping other people. But what if that instinct isn't just about being kind? What if it's actually the raw material for a really unique and powerful kind of leadership? Let's dive into how you can turn that natural empathy into real influence. So let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? You're the one everyone leans on. You're the rock for your friends, your family. They come to you, they unload their problems, and they walk away feeling so much lighter. But you're often left feeling, well, completely drained, just carrying all that weight. Well, there's actually a name for that powerful part of you. It's called the companion, or you can think of it as the nurturer. It's that deep down drive you have to comfort people, to really listen without judgment, and to just be there when someone's going through it. So, how do you know if this is you? I bet you're already nodding your head. You find yourself listening without immediately trying to fix things. You feel other people's pain almost like it's your own. You're always the one trying to make peace. And, yep, you're the first person your friends call in a crisis. If that sounds like you, then you are in exactly the right place. But here's the thing. Being only a companion can come at a really heavy cost. Let's take the story of Mira. She's the quiet healer at the office, the one everyone goes to for advice. People leave her desk feeling better, but she's left feeling invisible and totally exhausted. This is the classic companion trap. But here is the absolute key, and this is a game changer. Being the companion is only half the story. To feel whole and to really avoid that burnout, there's another, equally important part of you that's just waiting to be integrated. Think of it like two sides of the same coin. On one side, you've got the companion who creates that feeling of safety. On the other, we have what's called the seller or the charmer, the part that inspires and uplifts. Now, these two aren't opposites. They are essential partners inside you. Now, I know what you're thinking. The word seller can sound a little slick, but hang on. We're not talking about selling cars here. This is about your natural, authentic ability to influence how people feel, to sell them on a feeling of hope, a moment of clarity, or just a sense of comfort. And how do you do this? It's not through manipulation, not at all. It's by using the tools you already have. It's in your physical presence, the tone of your voice, even dressing with the intention to communicate calm and confidence. It's about using these things consciously to lift others up. Let's check back in with Mira. As she starts to gently lean into her seller side, speaking up a bit more, sharing her ideas with a little more clarity, the way people respond totally changes. They don't just walk away feeling vaguely better, they actually start saying to her, "Wow, I feel so much better after talking to you." Her value becomes crystal clear to them. So when these two halves, the listening companion and the inspiring seller, finally merge, something pretty incredible happens. You don't just feel less drained, you step into a powerful new role, a heart-centered leader. And look, this isn't leadership that comes from a job title. This is leadership that's earned through trust and genuine care. People are drawn to you not because they have to be, but because they want to be. They trust your heart. Now, this kind of influence is a real form of power. And with it comes some sacred responsibilities. Because people trust you so deeply, you have a profound duty to never, ever manipulate them, to never use that trust for your own gain, and to always stay honest and transparent. So you might be sitting there thinking, okay, this all sounds like me, but how do I actually do this? That's the perfect question. So let's get practical. Here is a clear 5-step action plan to help you grow from that quiet nurturer into an influential, heart-centered leader. Okay, first things first, step 1 is simple. Acknowledge your healing power. Stop dismissing what you do as just listening. It is a real, valuable skill. Own it. And step 2 is absolutely critical. Set healthy emotional boundaries. You've heard it a million times, but it's true. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Of course, the second you try to set a boundary, the biggest obstacle for any companion shows up. A huge wave of guilt. That little voice in your head starts whispering that you're being selfish for saying no or for taking time for yourself. This is the vital reframe you need to make. A burned out, drained nurturer cannot help anyone effectively. Protecting your energy isn't a selfish act. It is a fundamental responsibility that comes with your gift. It ensures you can keep showing up for others, sustainably. Now, step 3 might feel a little surprising, especially if you're used to being in the background. Use your appearance intentionally. This isn't about vanity, it's about communication. Let's be really clear about the mindset here. This has nothing to do with seeking attention. This is about using your appearance as another tool to communicate safety and trust. You're addressing to support your role as that calm, reliable, and confident presence people need. All right, let's round out the plan. Step 4 is about moving from only listening to also offering guidance. Start sharing your perspective. Your insights have so much value. And finally, step 5, define your moral code. This becomes your compass because people are going to start looking to you for direction. Sharing your perspective can be absolutely terrifying. What if people judge you? What if they just ignore what you have to say? This fear is real, and it's the main reason so many natural nurturers stay silent, even when they have so much wisdom to share. But here's the encouragement I want you to hold on to. You are already helping people just with your supportive presence. Your silence is powerful. Adding your voice, gently and clearly, doesn't change who you are. It simply amplifies the positive impact you're already having. So if you remember anything, remember this. Your ability to nurture, to care, to listen deeply, that is not a soft skill or a passive trait. It is the very foundation of a powerful, deeply authentic, and much-needed style of leadership in the world today. Everything we've talked about shows that your unique ability to provide comfort and clarity isn't a burden, it's a gift. The world needs that voice. So the only question left is the one right there on your screen. How will you start using it?